Hi guys, how you doing? And here we are with the new Mutant Chronicles Warzone Mishima Running Samurai. And I've got to say, I've been very excited about seeing these because out of all the factions, and bear in mind I know nothing about Warzone, only that the minis are beautiful and there was a really bad film made of Mutant Chronicles, and that there's tons of awesome minis in the past that rivaled GW, and of course I know Prodos and I know the guys that run Prodos, and I've been most excited about these. So I thought we'd have a look at the Mishima Ronin Samurai. That's such a mouthful, but I have to say I'm thoroughly impressed. Okay, so let's have a good look at these. So far what we have is awesome looking legs. Now they've got this whole... Well, the first thing you're going to notice is these are a lot bigger than the original pieces that they cast up. Now, from what I know is they've increased the size, which is fantastic for old bogies like me, because... did I say bogies or fogies? I meant fogies. Old fogies like me, because our eyes just aren't as good as they used to be, and we need a bigger canvas to paint on. Now, if you look, the leg poses are absolutely awesome. Nice pieces of armour, so if we go in a bit closer... Different heads, which is fantastic. Some shouting, some just staring, some angled. The legs are just awesome poses. The Mishima obviously is the Asian faction. Absolutely fantastic. And God, I've been really excited about seeing these, because this is the one faction that I will be collecting, because they just look awesome. Absolutely awesome. But that's the legs. Let's move on to the torsos and have a look at some of the weapons while we're at it. Okay, so this is the front sections, the upper torsos. Here's the arms of some mean looking weapons, and I've got to say I do like the weapons for Mutant Chronicle Warzones. There's some fantastic bits and pieces that these guys have designed. Now, I don't know how much they kept the original designs, and I know they've been pretty close with a lot of the stuff, but they've sort of let their minds go and they've expanded and played around with some of the other things. And the nice thing about it is they've looked and listened to the community to give them feedback on the models as well, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, I was privileged to play this game down at Grumpy Old Wargamers, and I had a real giggle playing it. And in fact, I did get beaten. I got beaten very badly by a certain young gentleman, and I think you know who you are. No, I absolutely love these. Absolutely gorgeous. Really well thought out and really well designed. Now let's look at the close combat options, because what are samurais without the samurai swords? Some really nice ones there as well, and they really are detailed, and I love it. It always reminds me whenever I see these, well, since I've been looking at these, I've got to say, but first of all, before I go into it, you can tell how excited I'm, babbling like a madman. Before I go into this, I'm expecting at some point, and I keep going, if you know who I am on the forums and on the Facebook page, I'm expecting the samurai wielding, hoverbike riding character at some point. It's going to happen, who knows when, but it will happen. Anyway, so let's move on to the main figures. I've just got to say, these look absolutely fantastic. So let's look at the figures put together and see what they look like. See you in a second. Hi guys, welcome back. So here we are back again looking at these models. Now we've put them together, and I think you're going to be thoroughly impressed. Okay, let's start, I should say. So I'm excited. Let's start with Standy Guy. Guy standing in a neutral pose, hand on his samurai sword, gun in one hand. I've got to say, I love this pose. Let's look at it a little bit close up. If it's a little bit shaky, I do apologise, but it's just that I'm very, very excited about this faction. That is so cool. You are going to have so much fun painting these up, and I'm looking forward to seeing all the different styles of colour, patterns and designs. Now I'm going to be very boring. I'm going to go for the red and white Japanese look. I love it. I absolutely love these. I'm so glad these are bigger than true scale 28mm. It's just so much nicer. So this is absolutely beautiful. Let's move on to the next one. Now we've got a guy that's running forward. I'm expecting to see some beautiful bases done with these as well. This guy's got such a cool pose. I love the way he's holding the gun. He's leaping forward or running forward, ready to open fire. You can imagine just snapping up and taking a pot shot, taking down the enemy. Swords on the back. You could even imagine him running out of ammo, throwing the gun to the side and pulling out the swords. Just so nicely done. Yeah, I like that. That's really cool. Okay, and we're going to move on to the next guy. This guy's sort of leaping up into the air. It's a really lovely pose, ready to take a slice. You can imagine him like slicing someone's head off with that, and then lifting that up and opening fire. Such a nice pose. Really well planned, really well thought out. Now, I know they use the computers to design these, which is fantastic. I'd really like to see the raw files as well up close at some point. Hopefully I'll get to go around there and interview them and have a look at what they've got. We do plan on playing a game and doing a demo game as well at some point. That is beautiful. Let's just take a look at that. Look, standing pose, gun raised, really nicely done. I do like that. Yeah, really cool. And then last but not least, I think the one that we're really excited about. Sword raised in both hands, coming down to take a slice, almost taking someone's head off. Nice thing about it is guns holstered to the side, hanging off. If you're really clever, you could model a strap coming down from there. That looks so pretty. Yeah, fantastic. So there we go. That's the Mishima Samurai, Ronin Samurai. Really nice. Now I think these retail for about £11.70, and I think, I'm not too sure, I think that's the price of them. Go to the website, check it out. I know they've got a shop up and running. You can buy stuff from there. Prodos are doing such lovely models at the moment, so I'm expecting to see variants coming out with new stuff for the Mishima faction. You can't help but say Mishima in a very bad Japanese accent, but I'm very excited about these. Okay guys, listen, I'm going to see you in a video very soon. You take care of yourselves and I'll see you later.